Station working rules. According to GR 5.06 and Appendix 14 and Black Working Manual. Station working rules. GR 5.06. The station working rules shall be read in conjunction with General and Subsidiary rules and Black Working Manual. The SWR in no way supersede any rule in the above books. The SWR shall be carefully checked up at the stations to see that they are correct and are in accordance with the conditions at site. The authorized officer may however be approached for any technical advice. The SWR must be page numbered with station name, code written on each page and signed by the senior DOM or DOM and senior DSTE or DSTE. All temporary working instructions during non-interlocked working shall be signed on each page by senior DOM or DOM, senior DSTE or DSTE and senior DEN or DEN. SWR diagram should be signed by senior DOM or DOM, senior DSTE or DSTE and senior DEN or DEN. Rules for working of trains in electrified section shall be dealt in Appendix G and jointly signed by senior DOM or DOM and senior DEE-TRD or DEE-TRD. SWR should be approved by CRS. SWR should be issued afresh once in 5 years or after issue of 5 amendment slips, whichever is earlier and reviewed as and when required. Working rules for gatemen of LC gates outside station stop signal issued by engineering branch, copy pasted at gate lodge. Copy in regional language kept at each LC gates. LC gates provided with stop signals, copy of signaling and interlocking diagram exhibited at gate lodge. SWR contains 12 chapters and 7 appendices. Station working rule diagram, description of stations, system and means of working, system of signaling and interlocking, telecommunication, system of train working, blocking of lines, shunting, abnormal conditions, visibility test object, essential equipment at stations, fog signalmen nominated to be called in case of fog. Appendices are Appendix A, working of LC gates, Appendix B, system of signaling and interlocking communication, Appendix C, anti-collision device, Appendix D, duties of train passing staff and staff in each shift, Appendix E, list of essential equipments provided at stations, Appendix F, rules for working DK stations, halts, IBH, IBS and outlying sidings. Appendix G, rules for working trains in electrified sections. The contents of chapters are station working rule diagram. It should be signed by senior DOM or DOM, senior DSTE or DSTE and senior DEN or DEN. Description of station, general location, block stations, IBH, IBS on either side and their distance and outlying sidings, block section limits on either side of the station, gradient if any, layout of running lines and holding capacity in non-running lines and their holding capacity in CSR. Any special features, level crossings, etc. System and means of working, absolute or automatic, single line or double line, token or tokenless. System of signaling and interlocking, handing over and taking over between SMs and ascent staff. Power supply. Telecommunications, means of communication between stations, section controller, cabins, LC gates, etc. System of train working, duties of train working staff, responsibility for ascertaining clearance of the lines and zones of responsibility. Assurance of staff, conditions for granting line clear. Any special conditions to be observed while receiving or dispatching a train. Conditions for taking off approach signal. Commissioner of Railway Safety approval. Responsibility of station master for restoration of signals to on. Simultaneous reception or dispatch, crossing and precedence of the trains. Complete arrival of trains. Dispatch of trains. Trains running through. Working in case of failure. Provision for working of trolleys, motor trolleys, material lorries. Blocking of lines. Shunting precautions and authorities and procedure at stations. Abnormal conditions. The rules to be observed in the event of abnormal conditions. Procedure for emergency operations of points by crank handle. Certification of clearance of track before calling on signal operation is initiated. Reporting failure of points, track circuit and axial counter and interlocking. Reporting failure of points, track circuit or axial counter and interlocking. Temporary single line working on double line section. Dispatch of train under authority to proceed without line clear or to assist the crippled train. Visibility test object. Essential equipment at the station. Fog signalman nominated to be called in case of fog. List of appendices. Appendix A. Working of level crossing gates. Interlocked LC gates to be jointly signed by DSTE, DOM and DEN. Non-interlocked LC gates to be jointly signed by DEN and DOM. Appendix B. System of signaling and interlocking and communication arrangements at the stations to be signed by DSTE. Appendix C. Anti-collision device Raksha Kavach as and when brought into force. Appendix D. Duties of train passing staff and staff in each shift to be signed by DOM. Appendix E. List of essential equipment provided at the stations to be signed by DOM. Appendix F. Rules for working of DK stations, halts, IBH, IBS and outlying sidings to be jointly signed by DOM and DSTE. Appendix G. Rules for working trains in electrified sections to be jointly signed by Senior DOM and Senior DE TRD and Senior DSTE or DOM, DE TRD or DSTE. A brief notes on station working rules of Secunderabad Junction. The SWR supersedes station working rules number 591 dated 9/12/2009, which was brought into force on 6/1/2010, and the correction memos issued thereto. SWR must be read in conjunction with GNSR and Black Working Manual. These rules do not in any way supersede any rule in the above books. Description of station. General location. Secunderabad Junction is a B-class station situated on Wadi-Secunderabad double-line electrified BG section of South Central Railway. It is situated at km 194.36 from Wadi Junction. Points and signals are operated from the centrally located RRI route relay interlocking cabin. Block section limits on either side of the station on different directions. Secunderabad Junction to Husainsagar Junction. Trains are walked between SC and HSG block stations under automatic block system. Upline block section commences from up advanced starter of Secunderabad and ends at automatic block section towards HSJ. Downline automatic block section from HSJ outermost facing points on downline of SC. Secunderabad Lalaguda. Trains are worked between SC and LGD block station under automatic block system. Upline automatic block section from Lalaguda. Station ends of track circuit number 80T on upline of SC. Downline automatic signal number 195 on downline automatic block section towards Lalaguda. Secunderabad Junction to Malkajgiri. Trains are worked between SC and MJF block stations under automatic block system. Upline automatic block section from MJF to station ends of track circuit number 75T on the upline of SC. Downline down advanced order number 16 of SC to automatic block section towards MJF. Secunderabad Junction to Sitahol Mandi. Trains are worked between SC and STPD block stations under automatic block system. Upline automatic block section from STPD to station ends of track circuit number 574T on the upline of SC. Downline down advanced starter number 15 of SC to automatic block section towards STPD. Secunderabad Junction to Lalaguda, third main line. Trains are worked on the third main line between SC and Lalaguda block stations under absolute block system. Down advanced starter number 17 of SC to up advanced starter number 33 of Lalaguda. Secunderabad Junction to Secunderabad military siding. Trains have worked between SC and SCMS block stations under absolute black system. Down advanced starter number 19 of SC2, up starter number 4 of SCMS. Station section, Kazipet upline. From the station end of track circuit number 80T at Lalaguda end up to the up advanced starter number 61 at Hussain Sagar junction end. Kazipet downline. From the outermost facing point number 101 at Hussain Sagar junction end up to the automatic signal number 195 at Lalaguda end. Kachiguda upline. From the station end of the track circuit number 74T at Sitafal Mandi end up to the up advanced starter number 61 of Hussain Sagar junction end. Kachiguda downline. From the outermost facing point number 101 at Hussain Sagar end to the down advanced starter number 15 at Sitafal Mandi end. Lalaguda third main line. From the up advanced starter number 61 at Hussain Sagar end up to the down advanced starter number 17 at Lalaguda end. SCMS line. From up advanced starter number 61 at Hussain Sagar end to the down advanced starter number 19 of SCMS end. Gradients from Hussain Sagar end. 1 in 115 rising Hussain Sagar end, a point 50 meters beyond down home signal number 1. 1 in 100 rising, a point 50 meters beyond down home signal number 1, 2. A point 120 meters beyond the outermost facing point number 101 on downline. 1 in 730 rising, a point 120 meters beyond the outermost facing point number 101 on downline to a 20 meters beyond up starter signal number 67 of road 3. 1 in 1000 rising, a point 20 meters beyond up starter number 67 of road number 3 to a point 150 meters beyond the center line of the station. 1 in 1000 rising, a point 150 meters beyond the center line of the station to a point 20 meters short of the SPI 2. 1 in 260 falling, a point 20 meters short of the SPI 2 to a point 46 meters beyond the crossover point number 163 on SCMS line. 1 in 102 falling, a point 46 meters beyond crossover point number 163 on SCMS line to a point 20 meters short of up home signal number 78 at Kazipet end of the station yard. 1 in 600 rising, a point 20 meters short up home signal number 78 at Kazipet end of the station yard. From Malkajgiri end, 1 in 132 falling. From Malkajgiri end, a point 105 meters short of signal number STPD B cabin home. 1 in 100 falling, a point 105 meters short of the signal number STPD B home signal RRI 70 to a point 170 meters beyond signal number STPD B home signal RRI 70. 1 in 260 falling, a point 170 meters beyond signal number STPD B home signal RRI 70 to a point 90 meters short of RUB number 250A. 1 in 260 rising. A point 90 meters short of RUB 250A to a point 25 meter beyond crossover points number 158. 1 in 417 rising. A point 25 meters beyond crossover point number 158 to a point 30 meters beyond down starter signal of road number 9, 10, 11. 1 in 1923 falling. A point 30 meters beyond down starter signals of road number 9, 10, 11 to a point 75 meters beyond HSJ and FOB. 1 in 730 falling. A point 75 meters beyond HSJ and FOB to a point 20 meters beyond crossover point number 102 on shunting neck. 1 in 135 falling. A point 20 meters beyond crossover point number 102 on shunting neck to a distance of 75 meters later. 1 in 544 falling. Distance of 75 meters later to a point 45 meters beyond up advanced starter number 61 level. A point 45 meters beyond up advanced starter number 61 to a 30 meters beyond bridge number 246 at HSJ end. 1 in 400 rising. A point 30 meters beyond the bridge number 246 at Hussain Sagar end. From STPD end, the 1 in 260 rising gradient of existing at STPD end is changed to 1 in 417 rising gradient from opposite shunt signal number 59C in the station yard. System of signaling and interlocking. This system is provided as the standard 1 interlocking and equipped with multiple aspect color light signals. Points and signals are worked from the control panel located in the RRI cabin. Entire station yard except the non-running lines in track circuited. Electronic axial counters are provided for dual detection on Girdar bridge number 246 for track circuit number 1BT in down direction and 6180 in up direction. Emergency crossovers connected in up and down main lines at Hussain Sagar junction end and up and down main lines at Lalaguda end and up and down main lines at STPD end and down main Maulali line and SCMS line are provided at this station apart from the other crossovers interconnecting the various lines. Trains running through. Run through of trains is not permitted over any running line at this station. Through the route is set and reception and dispatch signals are taken off. The starter signals would assume off aspect only after the train occupies the berthing track of the concerned line with a time delay of 120 seconds. Shunting. General precautions. Hand and loose shunting is prohibited. Whenever shunting is to be performed beyond the outermost points, it should be done with engine always leading towards the block section. Instructions contained in GR 5.20 and SR thereunder should be followed. Shunting order number T806 need not be issued for the shunting within station section as separate shunting staff are provided at the station. Shunting will be done under the supervision of yard SM, shunting master, with the help of shunting staff. Shunting staff should accompany all shunt movements except for shunt movements of light engines onto a free line governed by fixed signals. Shunt signals or SPIs are provided to carry out shunting movements in the yard. During failure of shunt signals or SPI, T369-3B shall be issued and proceed hand signal shown from the foot of the such defective signal after ensuring locking of the concerned points. In case all unsignaled movements, these shall be carried out duly securing the points with clamping and padlocking. No engine should be allowed on any running line occupied by train carrying passengers except train engine or banking engine or shunting engine required to perform a shunting on that particular train. The movement of such engine should be permitted only under the control of the person in charge of shunting. For attaching or detaching coaches on passenger trains, the shunting engine with or without coaches shall first come to a halt of 20 meters away from the train and thereafter perform the shunting carefully. These precautions need to be taken when train engine is being attached to the train. If it is unavoidable to allow the engines in rear of the passenger carrying train, such engines not involving shunting with passenger carrying trains shall be accompanied and hand signaled by shunting staff and stopped in rear of the passenger carrying train at a safe distance. The loco-pilot of light engines shall be informed before commencing each shunting. Such light engines should not be left unmanned by the loco-pilot. Thank you.